guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be showing you how to properly remove eyelash extensions using our new cream remover, and we're also going to be doing a deep cleanse with our hypoallergenic foam cleanse. And we're going to be showing you some tips and tricks to make this process easy and most importantly, pain-free. If you guys would like to support us or simply buy materials for your eyelash needs, you can go ahead and visit our website at www.nanamonabeauty.com. My name is Monica. I am one of the founders of Nana and Mona and also your English version instructor, and I hope that you enjoy this video.
Y recuerden, amigos, si quisieran revisar este mismo video pero en español, pueden revisar mi canal y van a encontrar lo mismo pero en español. Aquí va a estar la información.
Okay guys, so I'm going to be doing this right now with my hand. Google! Okay, Google. I'm filming by myself and I have my sister with me who is going to be helping me with the removal process. For the sake of this video, I applied eyelash extensions just on her lashes because she didn't have any. I had some, but I actually got them removed for the sake of the same video for Nana's channel. I have strips, I know. I betrayed the system, but whatever. And we're going to be showing you the removal process, okay? Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. We want to make sure that before we start, we gather all of our materials and have them close by because we don't want to be standing up. It's just going to be wasting too much time, and also it's not professional. So what you want to have first is some sort of paper, either toilet paper or tissue paper or a paper towel. This is where we're going to be depositing any sort of eyelash extensions or paste residue. And you want to have a type of remover. It could either be paste, it could be gel, it could be cream. I actually like this substance that we have here. It's somewhat of a creamy substance. It's not as runny as gel. I do not like working with gel, and I've had very bad experiences with gel where it's gone into my eye and it burns horribly. This is actually more manageable because it does not dry like the paste normally would. Sometimes when you have paste, it's very solid, and if you take a long time letting it sit on top of the eyelashes, then you can cause it to get hard, and then it's harder to remove it from the lashes. We're also going to be needing micro brushes. I personally like using only micro brushes when I'm removing eyelash extensions because I find that the tweezers are a little more painful, or sometimes you just can't really measure the pulling of it. You're also going to be needing eye patches. You only need one pair really because we are going to just remove, and then obviously if you're starting a new fresh set, then you're able to use other ones for your next application. And we're also going to be doing a cleanse, a deep cleanse afterwards, so you want to have this close by. This is actually a foam cleanser. It's hypoallergenic. We made sure that we also did this scent-free or pigment-free because we don't want this to cause any sort of allergic reaction and just sit well with any type of skin types. And then you also want to have a towel nearby or something that's just going to soak up any sort of water or residue shampoo when we are cleaning the eyelash extensions. You can also have cotton rounds or cotton balls. If you're doing a deep cleanse on only the natural eyelashes to just either remove them and start fresh or to just take a break, I can recommend that you use the cotton rounds or the cotton balls. But if you're just going to be cleansing the eyelashes because you're going to do a fill, then I do not recommend for you to use the cotton because, as you know, that does not work well with the glue. Another thing, you want to make sure that you do not turn on your lamp when you are doing a removal, or especially when this person has the eyes open. For the purpose of my video, I'm going to have her with the lamp on because otherwise you're not going to be able to see anything. And we're going to start with applying the eye patches. For the eye patches, you really don't have to do this perfectly because we're just going to be applying remover. However, if you're going to be doing a set, then you do have to apply them correctly because you don't want to be applying eyelashes on the bottom lashes. We're going to start by applying the eye patches. You always want to make sure that you have the person look up towards you, and you can either kind of like pull the skin down a little. Now when you apply the eye patches, do not throw the little packaging away because this is going to be very useful. We never want to double dip or scoop the container more than once with a used micro brush or whatever you're using to apply the remover, because this is anti-hygienic and also it can contaminate your product. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be applying a couple of blobs of the cream remover onto the eye patch, and this is where we're going to be using to apply them to the lashes, and we're not going to put this back. So kind of measure how much you need. If you have to scoop up a little more, do it with a clean micro brush or a clean applicator. You're going to need at least 2 of the micro brushes. Sometimes you can use more. I'm gonna grab a decent amount. Since we haven't used these applicators on her eye, it's okay to scoop some more. What we're looking for is to apply a little bit of the remover onto the union between the natural lash and the eyelash extension. The removal is done when they're already old eyelash extensions, and normally they are already grown. I apply these eyelash extensions on my sister just because I wanted to mimic the grown lashes, and this is how they usually look. They're all over the place or they're almost on the tip. So you want to look for that union, and that is where you want to apply the paste. You don't have to apply the paste on the top part of the fan. You definitely do not want to go on or near the roots unless it's like a fresh removal, but you want to be very, very careful. And you do not, for no reason, want to have it on the eyelid because that's just unnecessary, and that can cause for it to go on the eye. And believe me, it burns, it hurts so bad. I'm literally going to be dropping a good amount on the union between the natural lash and the extension. This is all you have to do. Just set it down, be neat, be careful. You always want eyelash extensions to be a calming process. When I just got eyelash extensions, I did have a very bad experience. My first actual experience where I found out it wasn't painful was when Zuli did my eyelashes, and that was the first time that I actually felt no pain at all with the removal as well. I always had the idea that eyelash extensions removals were horrible, but then Zuli did it so gently, and she was the one that taught me how to do a removal. And I feel like everybody should do that because this is a procedure that you should be relaxed, and for no reason it should be very painful. But anyways, as you guys can see, I'm leaving like pieces of the remover on the roots. I am not applying any on her lid. I am not applying any on the top part. There's no use. Nothing's gonna happen, you know, no reaction is going to happen there. So once you have it there, you kind of just want to make sure that you're soaking the extensions from the top and the bottom so that this can start debonding the glue. What I noticed, I've worked with this remover before, and I noticed that it was very fast. So we left the paste here, and we're gonna move on to this eye, which has way more lashes. And then right now I'm just gonna fast forward because it's the same exact thing that we did on one eye, we're gonna be doing on the other. Does it burn better?
No.
Do you feel anything at all?
No.
Are you dead?
Yeah. I'm dead. I'm dead from inside.
I'm really close by and I wanted you to see. I did use some excess here. As you guys can see, there's blobs of it. But for me, I would rather have blobs and have this product come off faster, the extensions, than to put very little and struggle when I remove it and make it painful for the person. Maybe like a minute or two have passed, and I am just gonna go back to this eye, and I just want to kind of like see what's happening. As you guys can see, they're starting to come off, and that's why it's good to put a lot of product, because it basically drowns the eyelash extension and it comes off very, very, very easy. Now when we are removing the eyelash extensions, you don't want to be rough. Never rub to the point where you're like applying pressure. You're literally just tapping it, and with that movement alone, should be enough to remove it at this point. You can also kind of hold the extension down, and as you see, it literally came right off. You see? They came off so effortlessly. This is where we're going to have our tissue, and we're just going to kind of like twirl the micro brush and they should come right off. I'm holding it down. I am not applying any pressure. Does it feel like your eyes opening better?
No.
Do you feel any burn?
No.
I'm just kind of like rubbing it in on the extension. And if it doesn't, don't freak out, don't worry. All you have to do is, for example, here, I have really big blobs of the remover. You just put it right back on and continue with the other eye. You never want to kind of like roll it near the eye, because with that roll, the applicator might throw some remover in the eye. I'm not going from the root and pushing up, because that if the extension is not ready to come off, that is going to pull on it, and sometimes you can even pull on their natural lash. Sometimes some eyelash extensions really stick on very well. That's what happens when you have a good glue. When you kind of hold them down, it allows the stem to kind of pop up, and that's where if you go diagonally, it kind of brings it with it. Another thing you want to do is to always communicate with your guests and ask them how are they doing. Are they uncomfortable? Is anything bothering them? I feel like a good communication is also going to take you a long way down the road. And as you can see, they're all just sliding right off. There's definitely a faster way of doing this, but I prefer the safer and less painful way. I've had the experience of, in previous places, where they went like super hard, where it kind of opened my eye. And I've also had the experience of when they go this way, they pull on it. I've also had the experience of with a tweezer, where they kind of like pull, they try to remove the excess, but sometimes when they go this way again, they actually shove it in the eye area, and it's very painful. I think I've gotten my eyelashes removed a lot of times in the past. That's why I thought it was normal for it to be painful, and I just hated getting my eyelashes removed. I'm basically going over the extensions gently. I'm not pulling too hard on it. I'm not even touching the iPad, because even the iPad can go inside the eye, and even if it's a little bit, it's going to cause it to burn. These are the same two micro brushes. This one is a little bald, but I just changed it for this one, which is not that bald, and I'm continuing to work. And then you can use the mascara brush to wipe off the excess and kind of pull the lashes up. If you were to do this movement, try to just do this on the tips. You don't want to get too close. This is going to either hurt the lid with the little bristles, or it's going to get product in there. So once we have this, here you can see all of the eyelashes that we removed. Now we're going to be taking our foam or lash bath, lash shampoo, whatever you use. In this case, I'm using a hypoallergenic foam cleanser. You can use these types of brushes. These bristles are actually good for cleansing. And what we're gonna do is, remember that if you don't have any eyelash extensions on, like in this case, you can do the movements circular, up to down, side to side. Since we have cream remover on the eyelashes, we don't want to go circular or upwards, because we don't want to still get any sort of residue on there. So I'm just gonna go up to down to make sure that it's not painful for my guest. And I can either go onto the eye directly and just squirt on there. It's a foam, so it doesn't really run liquidy into the eye. Or you can start from the lid and work your way downwards. So we're gonna start, I'm going to actually just go on top of the eyelash and just pump on top. I'm not gonna do it too close by, because I don't want it to touch the surface onto her eye, but I'm also not gonna do it too far away where I can't control where the foam is going. So I'm just going to pump. Another thing you wanna do is have your towel right next to you, and you wanna put it right by her eye area, so that in case there is any sort of water dripping or the lash shampoo, it doesn't go down to her ear or get her all wet. So I'm gonna start on this eye, okay? It can be pretty cold, so you always want to make sure that you tell your guests that you are going to be applying the liquid. Otherwise, sometimes they freak out or they twitch. It's pretty normal for them to twitch. And what we're doing is we're gently just moving downwards and removing any sort of excess that might have gone onto the extensions. I'm not pushing too hard, I'm not rubbing too hard, because we want to be as gentle as possible. As you can see, they start lifting up by themselves now, which is a sign that they are starting to get clean. I'm going side to side here, but I'm still being very gentle that I do not move her eyelashes too much or the iPad, because there could be some excess on there and we don't want it to be painful. This was a bit superficial. We're cleansing it. But once we're done, I'm going to show you a little trick. I'm going to do the next eye, okay? You can use any of the micellar or the oxygen water, or you can also use natural water. But any substance that you use, you don't want to have it be a substance that's painful for the eye. The ones that I mentioned are usually, like the oxygen water is usually good for cleaning wounds, so it shouldn't burn. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply some of that substance onto a cotton round and kind of soak it enough to have it be liquidy, but I don't want it to be dripping, obviously. So then I'm going to go over her eyelashes and her eyelid, and I'm going to rub downwards to make sure that there is absolutely nothing on her eye. Does that feel good?
Yeah.
And once you're done, you are going to carefully remove the eye patches. I usually like starting from the bottom up, and that way it can all be unstuck and you basically just slide it right off. If this is paste, don't pull away. Always make sure to see that there's nothing stuck. The way that you remove the eyelash extensions pain-free is going to say a lot about your knowledge when it comes to eyelash extensions. Let me know in the comment section below any simple comments or your thoughts on this video. Let me know your techniques, or simply just say hi. I'm always happy to see you guys in the comment section. It was a pleasure being with you guys, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!